back to JBSports. I'm your host, John Burton, and today is a predictions video. My official predictions for WWE Night of Champions. I think tonight's card is pretty good. I like a lot of the matches. I don't think there's any match I don't want to see, so that's good. You got some important matches. You got two title matches, two the King of the Ring finals and the Queen of the Ring finals, and one of the most important matches. You got Karrion Kross on the card, so well, no stipulations, but we got Karrion Kross finally, so that was a good thing about it. But we'll go through it. I will say I am trying to think of an order for this, and I think they will start out with Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. So I'll go that one. But let's get into it. So Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Kross has been playing with Sami Zayn's mind for weeks now. It has been so long, and we really thought that Karen would have got a match with him by now. He didn't. He didn't get in the King of the Ring, which he should have instead of Jey Uso. They haven't given him chances. He hasn't had a chance yet, and now he has that chance since WrestleMania, where AJ didn't take the help. Kross had that promo after WrestleMania, which was really, really good. So people were just waiting for the moment to get Kross, and we finally get it. I think it'll be a good match, regardless what you think about Kross is not taking a back bump. I don't think it's too big of a deal. His matches are still really freaking good without him. You had multiple matches in NXT that were very, very good. So we'll go by that fact. But Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Sami Zayn lost in the King of the Ring semifinals, so you got to take that into account. Maybe like this match is a bounce back match, but for me, I actually think Karrion Kross is going to win because Karrion Kross is majorly over. And I know that there's a rumor, a report that went out that TKO said, don't worry about what the fans say and stuff. But at the end of the day, I do think that we will tend to lean more towards the fans with Triple H's era in mind. But I do think it's going to be Karrion Kross who gets the win. Will it be completely clean? Probably not. Scarlett might have something to do with it, and Karrion Kross will undoubtedly do something dirty by the end of it. But I think Karrion Kross comes out with the win here, and I think it'll be a fun match. And Karrion deserves it. He has been amazing in promos. He has been amazing in everything he's done recently, so he just earns it. Next match, I'll probably go to the Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez street fight. This one, to me, really not as hard to predict. Um, you know, it's like 90% in my head Rhea Ripley and 10% Raquel, just because Raquel, you have Roxanne Perez in that back pocket, which can help her take that win. So you just have to keep that in mind. But I'm almost certain that Rhea's going to come out with the win. You're probably going to have some really big spots around the ring, probably up the ramp. You're going to see probably a lot of table spots. That's what Rhea and Raquel have done before. They just had that table spot on Raw, so you'll probably see a lot of table spots. Probably nothing too like climbing up high. Maybe they set up a ladder and like Roxanne goes off of it, but I wouldn't expect anything like that. Probably some kendo sticks, probably some chair shots, and maybe a random weapon like a cricket bat, maybe. We've seen that before. But yeah, I think Rhea Ripley comes out with this win just because she's one of the biggest women's wrestlers in the world right now, and one of the biggest in WWE or the biggest. So yeah, it's gonna go Rhea's way. Next match. John Cena, any pay per view he's gonna be on, it's probably gonna main event. So I'll save that. Do they go Queen of the Ring, then United States? No, I think they saved that. Next match I'll go with United States Championship match: Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa. Jacob was getting treated kind of bad for a while by Solo, and Solo at one point before Money in the Bank said Jacob is all gas, no brains with it. Jacob took offense to that, cost Solo his Money in the Bank match, and when Solo tried to apologize, he said, "The problem isn't me. The problem isn't you. The problem is this title. So if you want it so bad, if you want to get rid of this problem, let's try. Let's try to get rid of it." Night of Champions, Jacob versus Solo. Um, I think it'll be a pretty good match. Jacob's very good. Solo, not as good as Jacob, but he's been getting way better in ring, and he's really he works the crowd well. That's one thing about Solo is he works the crowd pretty dang well in the ring, especially when in this more of a solo run for him. And I don't think he'll win. I think Jacob's going to retain. If Solo did win, honestly, I don't think I'd be too mad at it, depending on how the match goes. If it's a stupid match and he wins just by like a random JC Mateo thing, maybe, but I'm okay with Solo being a champ. He's been very good. Jacob, he's been he's been pretty fun. He's had some good matches and just the storyline with Solo, but that's why I don't think Solo will win just because he hasn't had it. He's had it since WrestleMania, so it's not too terribly long that he's had it for, and I don't think he's had that signature feud yet. So I'm going to take Jacob to retain. Next, Queen of the Ring finals: Asuka versus Jade Cargill. This one kind of has me back and forth, just because if either one wins, it's going to be end up being a good match or a good outcome. Because my thought is Asuka wins, right? If she wins, that sets you up for Io versus Asuka. That's just a banger right there. That's just a banger in itself. No other strings attached. That's just a banger. Then when you go to Jade Cargill, she'll probably pick Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam, which will be a good match. But one of the best parts about that is the storyline going into it. You can have Naomi the whole time pestering Jade, being like, "Watch your back," and Jade will be like, "Oh, I already beat you." But what's really gonna happen is Jade beats Tiffany at SummerSlam, and then guess who cashes in? Naomi. Boom, cinema right there too. So either way, with the Queen of the Ring finals, it can't really go wrong unless the match is bad. But I think Jade has gotten way better, and we all know Asuka's in-ring ability. It's pretty freaking amazing. So I'm gonna go with Jade though, just because I think that'll make it an even easier transition for the Money in the Bank cash-in than what it is now. Just because you have Nia Jax continuing to interrupt it. So if you just find a way to get a title fight that's not Nia Jax right now for Tiffany, it would be probably the best. So I think that if you have Jade Cargill beat Tiffany, she gets the title, she gets that first taste, see how the crowd reacts. Then Naomi comes out. The crowd has loved Naomi. They're eating Naomi up. So we're definitely probably going to see something like that if Jade wins. So I'm going to go Jade Cargill to be the queen of the ring and move on to SummerSlam to probably challenge Tiffany. If Asuka wins, though, I'll be totally fine with that because her match with Io would be a banger. Next, King of the Ring finals. The the teacher versus the protege. The the established legend versus the newly I don't know if Cody's a legend yet, but the growing legend of Cody Rhodes. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Where we were pretty much in the same spot last year, except Randy is Cody wasn't in the finals last year, but Randy was. He lost to Gunther, which I was totally fine with. Gunther. That moment was great for Gunther. I love that moment for him. So Randy and Cody. I'm trying to think like so you have CM Punk going against Cena right now. Randy Orton already lost to John Cena in a match. Cody lost the title to begin with, but he hasn't had that match yet in Cena's better part of the reign. And yet, and so has Randy, but Randy already got his big match in his hometown. So I think Cody wins it because if Randy does, then I'm guessing he would challenge Gunther instead, just because storyline. I don't think Randy's going to be the one to take it. I think there's a better chance that Cody Rhodes takes the belt away from Cena, and he could win this and not win the belt. But overall, I think this match will be great. Randy and Cody Rhodes are two amazing in-ring workers. Their promo on SmackDown was really good, and it's just a storyline between these two. Like you have some King of the Ring matches where it ends up just being two really good wrestlers, and you see a really good match without, and there's not much story to it. But since they're both really good, it's just a great match. This is just two great in-ring workers. It can be a great match, and you have an amazing storyline already implemented before the King of the Ring tournament even started. So I think Randy might turn heel if he loses here to Cody, but we'll see what happens there. But I am going to take Cody Rhodes to be your King of the Ring winner and move on to SummerSlam to challenge John Cena for his belts for the WWE Championship. So, speaking of that, undisputed WWE Championship match, John Cena versus CM Punk. This feud has been historic through its entirety from years ago to this year. And this feud and this mini feud out of the big feud this year has been fun. It's been amazing. Even though it's been kind of shorter, it's been great. You had John Cena do a pipe bomb, one of the best promos of his career, honestly, in my opinion. Just for the next week, for CM Punk to come out and mock John Cena by taking the word life persona. And instead of it being word life, it was punk life. And instead of it being thugonomics, it's punkonomics. And it was just really funny. And he didn't do half bad. I mean, it wasn't perfect. I think it's kind of out of CM Punk's wheelhouse to be doing rap promos, but he did pretty good. There were some good insults there. There's the funny end where he says, "You're gonna lose to Kendrick because you're my Drake." And I mean, yeah, you're my Drake. And it was pretty fun. I think the storyline, and it's been built. I mean, Cena versus Punk, I don't think could ever not be exciting just because the history between the two. It's a lot like the Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes storyline. There's a lot of story already going into it, but the storyline now is still pretty good between the two. So I think this match it's going to be a longer one, and I'm trying to. I don't think Punk will win. I want him to win because I want Punk to have a world champion, one more world title, you know, run. But I don't think he's going to be Cena for it. I mean, it would be totally on brand for Punk to win this belt from Cena here. I really do think it would be on brand for Punk, but I don't think he'll win. I think it's going to be Cena, and I'm trying to think if it'll be by a disqualification or um, a cheap win because I don't think I don't think they have CM Punk lose clean to John. I just don't think that works in their storyline. Even though this is John Cena's time to win, I don't think it works even with that in place. I do think it's going to have to be some sort of cheating because you know I don't think that Punk in Cena's feud is one where Punk just loses cleanly. It's just at least at this point in their career. I mean, especially this match, just because the way their feud has gone the whole life, it just doesn't work that way. So I think I'm gonna take John Cena to win this. I think most people have it like that. They just want Punk to win, but I have him winning by disqualification or mm, by some cheating. I think he's probably gonna use a belt to hit him or something, or maybe someone comes out, maybe Seth comes out and ruins it for both of them. I don't know, but my predictions for WWE Night of Champions: Karrion Kross over Sami Zayn, Rhea Ripley to beat Raquel Rodriguez, Jacob Fatu to retain over Solo Sikoa, Jade Cargill to be your Queen of the Ring, Cody Rhodes to be your King of the Ring, and John Cena to retain the title by Dirty Tactics against CM Punk, but it to be a great match. I think this card is great. I think you got some great matches on it. I hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see if my predictions are right. How many matches? One, two, three, four, five, six. Last pay per view, I think I was spot on. So we're gonna be give myself a little less leeway here for this one. I have to get hmm, I have to get 5 right out of 6, and if I don't, I will have to do a punishment, probably a whipped cream pie in the face. We'll see, but we'll do. I have to get 5 right, and for WWE United Champions, that is my challenge, and then my consequence if I don't will be a whipped cream pie in the face. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like my predictions. Put your opinions in the comments if you have a different one. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and bye.